Theo, goalkeeper in the Chris Flyer sprint on Sunday. He's probably one of the most consistent sprinters in Singapore.
He is. He always puts his heart into it. He's also, I would try and keep him fresh. He runs fresh. He hasn't raced for about three months now. What actually happened was after his last start, he finished second to Speedy Cat. He just went a bit off, he went off colour. He wasn't working that well. Anyway, we had him checked over. Couldn't find anything with him. Eventually we had him scoped and he was riddled with stomach ulcers. So I backed off him, gave him a bit of a break, put him on medication. He was on medication until up to the end of last week, and he had his final gallop today, and everything's in order with him. Very good.
His record's impeccable. He's had 14 starts, 8 wins, 4 minor places, but this is probably the big test for him, his first black type appearance.
Look, I think he is going into the race a little bit underclass, but I spoke to the owner and he said, well, look, if he's eligible to get in, put him in, and let's try and see what happens.
You know the local horses as well as anyone. Obviously Super Easy and Mr. Big are benchmarks over here in this sort of race.
Well, speaking about Mr. Big, he is just one very, very all-heart horse. That's all he does. He tries his best. I watched the race between the two of them, their last start, and again he put in a tremendous effort. But Super Easy just seemed to have a bit more class than him, and I think probably he's my pick for the race to win.
How would you like to see the race unfold from your point of view? As obviously the speed will be on, and you're going to have to draw inside from where that start is.
I think goalkeeper, his last start he was up with the speed, and he just tired that last bit. So we're probably going to just sit off the pace. I think it's going to be a fast pace, and he can come from behind, and that's probably how he'll run his race.
Has he pretty much got the tactical speed to sort of place himself wherever you want to put him in the race?
Yes, he has. He is very, very fast. He's very quick. So hopefully with a good barrier draw, he can get a nice position.
Friday night, the Golden Horseshoe. It's a big race for the 2-year-olds, and you're very well represented with 4 runners.
Yes, I've got 4 runners. A horse called Rapport. He's had, on his Dubai, he won, and then he ran 3rd in his second 2-year-old race. He galloped very, very well yesterday. He's in with a big chance, I think. Actually, and then I've got another horse called Bring It Home. He's had 1 start, he ran 2nd. He came from a very wide barrier, and they ran very, very good time for the 2-year-old race. He's also in with a chance. Another horse I had is a horse called Ricky O. He's had 2 starts for 2 seconds, and both of his starts he was unlucky. His first start he raced wide the whole way. His second start he was slow at the barrier. He had a trial last week, and he was on the button coming out of the barriers. So he's also in with a chance. And then I've got another horse called Metro Boy. He's had 2 starts. His first start he ran green, and then his second, and he finished 3rd in that start. And then his second start he pulled up, he ran unplaced, but he pulled up a bit shin sore. He also had his final gallop yesterday, and he's pulled up fine. His shins are okay. So it'll be interesting to see how they all, from the barrier draws. I'm very happy with all 4 of them because they've had a few runs, so it'll help with their greenness and their experience.
If you had to split the 4, can you do that?
Very tough. I would say that Bring It Home would probably have an advantage because he is the fastest out of all of them. He has had a race under his belt now, and the experience will bring him on.
That race experience can make all the difference in 2-year-old races, can't it?
Yeah, definitely. I've had some 2-year-olds, they've trialled very good, put them in the race, they get a bump, all of a sudden they don't know where they are, or they get a bad barrier and they're racing out wide and they just get lost. So there's also, you need a lot of luck factors on your side.